So there is the square, which includes a few shops and restaurants and stuff. It has Urban Outfitters in it. And then over here is their downtown park that you can go and enjoy. We're going to go take a look at that. And I'm going to talk about, what the pandemic is like in a city. Especially being that I live in a major city, Cincinnati. And this is Lexington, Kentucky, so we can kind of, compare the two. They're very similar. Oh man, watch out for those placebo buttons. Don't push it, don't push it. It won't really probably do anything. Let's push it and see if it does anything. Nope, it does absolutely nothing. Oh man, there's another one of them. Let's see if this one changes it to walk.
Wait.
Well, at least it talks at me. Nope. Still hasn't changed because the traffic lights here in America actually control most of the crosswalks. So what I was saying is these are usually in America placebo buttons. They're disabled, they don't do anything, they just make people feel good. And the cities feel that it's better to just leave them there rather than spend millions of dollars uninstalling them. And usually when you push these, it does nothing to change the traffic lights or the walk signals because it's all automated by computers. But there is the square off there, and this is the Triangle Park that we're going to take a look at. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Unboxing America. On today's episode, we're going to discuss what it's like living here in the United States during the coronavirus pandemic. I know this topic is kind of touchy and people have their opinions about it, but I'm going to try and just give you facts and, kind of what I've experienced and what I've seen. And if I am giving my opinion, I will let you know that it's my opinion. I kind of really want everyone to just be nice towards each other. I mean, you may be for the masks or against the masks. You might think the pandemic is real or fake. Whatever your viewpoint is on this topic, just realize that this is America, land of the free, and we are all allowed to have our own opinions. And, I think we all need to be nicer towards each other as Americans and just as humans in general. Behind me is the University of Cincinnati Hospital. This is the hospital that my mom goes for all of her cancer treatment, and it's in Westchester, Ohio, in the northern suburbs of Cincinnati. This is a satellite hospital to the main one that's closer to downtown. I stopped over here because I wanted to kind of talk about the pandemic and hospitals and what I've noticed ever since, I've been visiting this hospital with my mom for her cancer treatment. One thing that I will note, at no point during the pandemic was this hospital ever super busy. In fact, during the height of the pandemic about a year ago, I went, wow, this place is like deserted. There's hardly any cars in the parking lot. And my mom does have to come at least once a month for her cancer treatment. So, I got to see the progression. And then there came a time when I had, I think it was a cyst that was on the back of my neck, and it got real bad, and it ended up being so bad I ended up having to check into the emergency room here. And when I arrived at the emergency room, they seemed like overjoyed, like, oh my gosh, there's a patient, wow, we get to do something. And the emergency room was literally empty. It was dead. This is a fantastic hospital. I do support the healthcare workers. I understand the positions that they're in, working under large corporations such as the hospitals and pharmaceutical companies, as well as, sometimes the government, and there's things they can and cannot say. So, this is just some of what I have experienced while visiting this hospital during the pandemic. Also, I've heard from certain doctors, and I'm not going to name any names, but they've kind of hinted toward the pandemic being kind of a joke and everything. So, this hospital, they're still doing the whole, you got to wear the mask. It has to cover your nose. They give out these stickers and they ask you, have you been around anyone that's tested positive for COVID and all that? And every single time, no, my mom says no too. So, they give you like a wristband or a sticker to, let the staff know that you are negative for COVID vaccine. My mom's been tested for COVID a couple of times just because her oncologist, requested it, and she was like, fine. And she's been negative every single time. So this was my experience with hospitals here in the United States during the COVID-19 pandemic.
Ah, this traffic sucks. Just replace the bridge already. Replace it. Come on. Fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it.
So I stopped off at this pilot travel center because I wanted to point something out. In Ohio, they're lifting the mask mandate and all the regulations for the COVID pandemic on June 2nd. Oddly specific date, but that's what the governor of Ohio, Mike DeWine, said, that they're going to get rid of it on June 2nd. I'm now in Kentucky, and I'm not quite sure if they're lifting their restrictions or when. But I just wanted to point out that many people have commented to me that businesses are more than likely going to continue to go against the governor. So when he lifts all the restrictions, they'll continue to try and enforce them. A lot of businesses will. We saw this at the beginning of the pandemic when there were no restrictions and businesses were trying to put their own restrictions in place. So I'm going to show you what it's like, when you enter into a store and all the posting stuff that they have on the door and outside, trying to get you to adhere to wearing masks and all of that. So here you can see all of the stuff that they post on the doors of businesses for the coronavirus pandemic. All right, so here in downtown Lexington, Kentucky, you can see this is their mask mandates for the square. They're trying to get you to wear masks, and there's all the signs about COVID. So just another example of what we're dealing with here in the United States. This is a really, really cool old style, kind of like a mall, almost like an arcade though, like the old classic arcades. And I don't mean video games, I mean shopping arcade. And then you can see downtown Lexington. Here we're in downtown Georgetown, Kentucky, which is a college town. So it's a little bit different from some of the other towns that you might visit here in America, because it kind of attracts, a younger crowd, having the college here. But I haven't noticed a whole lot of people wearing masks around this town, and I'm not quite sure if or when they're lifting the mask restriction for Kentucky. If you live in Kentucky and you know information about this, leave a comment down below. Again, like I said before, this video is mostly meant just, to kind of share with everyone what's going on regarding the pandemic right now, how I feel about it, what I've been doing during the pandemic, and what it's like here in the United States during the pandemic. So feel free to make some comments, try and be respectful of each other. And I know we're all going to have different opinions, but let's check out the town of Georgetown. This is their town square, and there's the Scott County Courthouse, because we are in Scott County, Kentucky. Quite busy for today is a Saturday, so I guess maybe it's not really that busy for a Saturday, but it is a nice day outside. It is 70 degrees, 72 degrees. Yeah, look at this.
Go to Hickey Brothers and get a Hickey.
There's let me see if you can see that. Hickey Brothers Bar and Cafe off there in the distance. That looks cool. So this is the front of the courthouse, and you can see that big clock tower up there. I'm trying to get a better shot of it. And we have all kinds of historical markers. Here in the United States, when you are visiting anywhere that's historical, they usually have these signs the state puts here talking about the local, whatever it is, whether you're looking at a building or an area or, you know, an object, it'll tell you all about it. And then we have this other one right here that, you know, explains about the Basil Duke. And of course we have that going on in this country, which I am opposed to. It makes us Christians look like wacko nutcases. And they do it in Cincinnati too, and it annoys me. I am saved. I believe in Jesus. You're free to believe in whatever you want. It's America. But we shouldn't be going around looking like insane people, screaming about our viewpoints to the entire world, you know, religious viewpoints. Right now, I'm in downtown Lexington, Kentucky, and, you know, it's a short drive, about an hour and a half from where I live in the Cincinnati area, and it's a beautiful day here, and we are here in the Triangle Park in downtown Lexington. You can see it back there. It's a beautiful day. So if you want to, you know, discuss what the pandemic is like, and I'm mainly making this video because a lot of the states are beginning to lift all the restrictions regarding the pandemic, the mask wearing and all of that. In Ohio, they are lifting all the restrictions for the pandemic on June 2nd. All right, this is Triangle Park, like I've mentioned before. Look at that massive fountain. Wow, that is huge. And then, of course, like we had in Georgetown, people doing religious demonstrations, which you all know my viewpoint on that. I don't think you should try and force people to join a religion or try and change people's viewpoints by standing in the street and shouting at them. It just makes whatever religion you're trying to promote, it makes you look like you're nuts. And who wants to join a religion with a bunch of crazy people? I sure don't. But, you know, I'm not ashamed of my faith. I am born again Christian. I've believed in Jesus ever since I was 3 years old. And I'm glad that I chose that. It is the best decision I have ever made. Anyways, so I don't really want to talk about religion too much because, you know, it's a really touchy subject and it can start a lot of arguments, and that is not the point of this video. Well, I guess during the summer months they have this cafe that's open in the park. This is nice. This kind of reminds me a little bit of Campus Martius Park in downtown Detroit, although I don't know if it's bigger, but they do have a cafe, a bigger cafe. Look at this fountain. Wow, oh wow, this is huge. Look at how far it goes. It just goes and goes and goes. So here are my thoughts and viewpoints and what I've seen with my own two eyes during this pandemic here in the United States, mainly focusing around Ohio and more specifically Cincinnati and just the Midwest in general because, you know, I do travel videos, and so I go between Kentucky, Indiana, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, Michigan, you know, those states. So at the beginning of the pandemic, I noticed all the news media and the government and the hospitals were reporting massive, you know, outbreaks, and all these people were getting sick and dying, and I was just like, wait a minute, if so many people are dying, then where are all the funerals? Where are the overcrowded cemeteries? I didn't see any funeral processions. And then I thought back historically to some other pandemics that we had in the past, like the bubonic plague, the Black Death in Europe, and they had bodies lining the streets. So, you know, you could see people dying from the pandemic, and I was like, there's none of this. I can't see any of it. And going to the hospitals, they were pretty well empty, and you know, it was just real weird like that. So I sort of didn't believe what they were saying. I still don't believe in this pandemic, and I probably never will, unless someone can find hard, factual evidence that it really exists and that people are really actually dying from this, you know, massive, terrible version of the flu. And I have talked to friends that are in the medical industry and various sources that say it's really just a worse version of the flu. And as long as you're healthy and you don't have any kind of like an immune deficiency or something like cancer, you know, if you were to get the virus, yeah, it's nasty, it's not fun, but, you know, you'll recover from it, you'll get over it. And so far, that's the experience that I have seen from people that have gotten the pandemic. virus, the COVID-19. You know, they recovered from it and they are just fine. So from day one, I always fought the mask thing because I suffer from a condition called sinusitis, which is where your nasal passages are restricted. And I did have surgery for it, but it's never a permanent fix. And so, you know, breathing sometimes can already be difficult for me, and then putting a mask over top of that makes it really difficult. My mom suffers from asthma, so she can't do it either, and especially outside in, you know, the heat. So I always fought it, and, you know, I really, during the beginning of the pandemic, went to Gatlinburg, Tennessee, wall-to-wall people. No one was wearing masks. It was during the height of the pandemic, and my mom and I walked around for a good week there, and we came out of that just completely fine. So from a religious standpoint, I'm just been trusting in God that He will take care of me, and if I do end up getting COVID-19 and it takes me, well, then I go to a better place. I go home to be with Jesus, and it really doesn't scare me or bother me. And, you know, again, these are just my viewpoints. If you feel different, that's fine, because again, it's America, free country, and you're free to believe whatever you want to believe. Well, I had also heard from some doctors that people were becoming deathly ill from wearing the masks. They've seen an influx, actually, of upper respiratory infections. And once they told me about it, you know, it all makes sense. You're wearing this mask, and it catches all of your germs and all the germs from other people, as well as all the tree pollens and all this other gunk. And if you're not washing it on a daily basis, and in fact, I think they recommend that you wash it more than once a day, you know, you're breathing in all of that toxic air, and it's really bad for you. So, you know, actually doing the mask thing can actually be a bad thing. But, you know, I see the other side where people say, well, it protects you from the virus. And so I understand both viewpoints and both sides of the equation. However, I just chose that it's much better to expose yourself to viruses and whatnot, because if you don't expose yourself, you don't build immunity to the virus. And then, you know, it's just the minute that we stop wearing the masks, no one's built up immunity, and so that causes a problem. You're all going to just get reinfected again. So whether the COVID-19 virus actually really exists, whether it's really just the flu or just a worse version of the flu, I don't know. I don't think anyone will ever know, because I don't think our government is ever going to be upfront with us and honest. They have a track record of not being upfront and honest, and of course the news and the media are all slanted. I work in the industry, you know, so I went to school for it, and I know exactly. They try and slant you toward their viewpoints and only tell you what they feel they want you to know. So, you know, that's been my experience, you know, with my own two eyes, and just what I've seen and what I've been doing during the coronavirus pandemic. So I'd like to know, what are your thoughts and viewpoints on the coronavirus pandemic? What have you been doing since the beginning of this pandemic? Have you been wearing a mask? Have you not been wearing a mask? You know, leave a comment down below, and try and just be decent humans, and, you know, respect each other's opinions and thoughts, and just be friendly towards each other. Be, as I would say, be Christ-like, you know. Well, it appears these aren't actually placebo buttons, at least these specific ones here in Lexington, Kentucky, because when I pushed the button earlier, it actually did do something. That's rare, because usually they don't do anything. These ones are fancy because they talk. Listen to this.
12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's been an awesome day here traveling throughout the great state of Kentucky. I hope you enjoyed this video and could get some insight as to what it's like living here in the United States during the coronavirus pandemic. Leave comments down below. Let me know what your experience was during the coronavirus pandemic, what state and city you live in, and try to all be good humans toward each other, and have a very blessed day. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next episode of Unboxing America.